Hey everybody, this is jokerspice, bring a little spice to your life. How are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty good. We're in the Spirit Temple right now, and I'm really looking forward to it. So last time we were in the Spirit Temple, we did all this stuff as a child, and we were able to get these silver gauntlets, which are now on our arm. You can see it. Something really cool about the silver gauntlets is that it lets us pick up all of those silver rocks that are just hanging around the world, which is pretty great. So that's pretty awesome. I think I'm going to put on the red tunic. We put the blue tunic on in the Shadow Temple, so it only seems fair to put on the red tunic here. Alright, awesome. Let's keep going. So just to kind of show you an example of the silver gauntlets in action. Now we can push this block. So when I'm done here, I'll go back to the Gerudo training grounds just to show you that one last room and show you that you can pull that as well. There just isn't that many objects in the game, I guess, that you can use the item on, so I figured I'd just show the ones that do end up showing up. Let's see. Yeah. Well, we don't have any keys, so let's just go in here and see what's up. Kind of mirroring the other room. Except this time, this place has got weaker enemies. Boom. Alright, there we go. That was easy. If you've noticed, now that we have the silver gauntlets, there was nothing in the Shadow Temple that we needed the silver gauntlets for, clearly, so... and so far, we don't really need the Pegasus boots. Oh, oops. There we go. We can grab our long shot. Big chest. We already got the dungeon map, so presumably this is just going to be the compass. Awesome. This is actually a really good item to have in this particular dungeon. There's a couple extra secret treasure chests that aren't really found like by conventional means. We'll get there when we get there, I guess. So we can go through this door now. The switch before, I believe, opened it up. Yeah. Just jump to get this one. Oh, you know what? I think I might have to do a rolling jump to get that one. Otherwise, I guess I could slap on my Pegasus boots just to make it easier, but... Oh, didn't go off of that one straight. Let's give it one old good try, otherwise I'll use my Pegasus boots. But you don't need the Pegasus boots to get this rupee. That would be kind of silly. Oh, you know what? Maybe they do expect you to use Pegasus boots to get this? But I've definitely done the Shadow Temple last before, so I'm not entirely sure if that's the case. Maybe a good, well-timed, like, jump slash will help. There we go. I guess that's all you needed. Maybe they do expect you to use the Pegasus boots, but I don't know. I think it's kind of silly. There we go. Just gotta collect these rupees. They really, really like using the whole, like, 5 silver rupees thing at the end of the game. It seems pretty strange. Here we got this song, or this block of time that I gotta move. Alright, so that thing's moved. There's just a golden skull inside here to get. I believe that makes 68, so we got over 2/3 now. Not that that's not that that's particularly useful or anything. I see a like on the edge of the screen, and I'm gonna go ahead and dodge. I think it fell from the ceiling. There's only the one key in here, so I'm probably just gonna leave. I wonder how these... Well, I was gonna say, I wonder how these boulders started moving in the first place, considering they need some kind of initial force. But I guess they just move on their own. Maybe there's like guys in there. Maybe there's a whole different kind of Goron species living in there. Who knows? We got another like in here. I wonder what happens if you freeze a like. Never tried doing that before. It didn't work. I didn't really get to hit it though. Can you even do it at all? Okay, you can. Not much though. It just is frozen. I don't know if it died because I used my Goron sword or if it died because reasons. I don't know. It's nice that you can use your hook shot on these bricks even though you think you wouldn't be able to. Oh, we got an enemy here that's invisible, so let's go ahead and take care of that. It's cool that we're using like all of our items here. I mean, I guess that's... Oh no. Gotta use my shield here. There we go. So there's 2 chests in this room. This room is a pretty infamous room, actually, regarding those chests that you'll see in a second. This is actually pretty awesome that I killed that floor master. It gave us a lot of magic, so that's pretty nice. Alright, cool. So we got this weird snake mirror thing. Let's go ahead and start pushing it, rotating it. So that was a weird sound that it made. A weird, like, wrong sound, but it's still dropping us some chests. Makes it pretty, suspicious to open those up. And then even more interestingly, there's still one more sun panel. So we go ahead and check that out. If you notice, you can hear the wall master, so it's a good good idea to move away from that. But it's very interesting. I've always liked this room just because it punishes you for being curious about the last sun panel or sun switch or whatever you want to call it. So it punishes you for that. And then it punishes you by, well, this one gives us a recovery heart, which is nice, I guess. But this one straight up freezes you. Yeah, that's pretty rude. Oh well, at least it gave us the recovery heart, so we'd be able to survive that. Alright, let's see. There was a switch on the other side, like a blue switch, but clearly there's not one here. There's also a ladder on the other side, I believe. But we can go ahead and use our long shot here. We're back in that central room where we got the dungeon map the first time. There's actually quite a few things that we can do in this room. Let's see. Let's see. Well, we can go over there. I thought I remembered that you could use a Scarecrow song here. Oh, I must be thinking of the other side. I'm trying to figure out how to get there. There's a switch there. Oh, you know what? It probably has something to do with this hand. Oh, that was crazy. Did you see me clip through that? That was kind of cool. Oh, okay. So it unlocked that treasure chest for us. Can we even get to it from here? Oh, there we go. I had just missed it before. So that's how we get one of our small keys. You can see now he's already decided to leave a little bit. So we know that the Scarecrow song is free. I knew there was one... Wait, what? No. Let's try that again. Do I have to just be in the right position for it? I might have to be up there. I thought I heard something move just now, too. Alright, well, regardless, we'll just go up here. I think that's what we have to do. I think we just need to be up here when using the song. I mean, I know, like, on the map, it kind of changes, like, where we are, so maybe it's just that. Maybe we're just, like, weren't technically in the correct room. Alright, so all of that just for Skulltula. It's at 69 now. Maybe we shouldn't get an... Oh, we have 71. I don't know what we're even talking about. Alright, cool. So we got that. Trying to remember how to get that last Skulltula, or not last treasure chest up there. But we will have to go to this room eventually, so I'll just leave it be. For now, we have this, this locked gate. I'm trying to remember how to open it, actually. There's a way. Actually, something that's, I think, really silly. So you got this cool goddess statue, and she's got, like, well, boobs? If you take your long shot... Wait, hold on. You can actually clip onto the tips of the nipples for some reason. I don't really know. It must have just been some kind of internal joke or something, because there's literally no functionality to that, so it just seems to... Oh, you know what? Is there a torch on the other side? There isn't, but I'm just noticing that playing that must have activated this without giving us some kind of cutscene, so that's cool. Yeah, so it must have just given us the treasure chest to hook shut on. We can go ahead and grab our Megaton hammer, though. Go ahead and crush this rusted switch. There we go. I knew there was a way to open up that front door. This door seems kind of grand, right? Being in the front of this really cool, like, I don't know. I guess like foyer. It's like, I guess the other area is the foyer. I wouldn't know. Just the grand room, the main room. Oh well. Anyways, if you plan on doing this dungeon in multiple bursts, it's probably a good idea to do this part of the dungeon. It's not entirely necessary, but I would suggest doing it though. Once you're done in this hallway, have another switch to hit with your Megaton hammer. And it's actually just like a little elevator. And this little elevator is useful. It just lets you get back to the main hallway without having to go through like either the left or the right section of the map. I don't think that part... I'm pretty sure all the stuff you do as an adult will not affect the child side, like if you decide to go back in time. So I don't think you can like go to adult places in the temple with conventional means by going back in time. You'd have to play some kind of ROM hack to do that, or to do some kind of glitches. Anyways, now that we've pretty much cleared out this room, we can go ahead and keep going. I feel like I remember there being something in this room hidden, but there's no chest on the map, so I don't really care. Okay, so here we go. So we know that the Anubis is vulnerable to fire, and now that we're an adult, we can actually use the fire arrows. It's one of the one of the only useful things I would say that the fire arrows really helps with. No one has a weakness to ice or anything in this game, but it's cool that you can just take out these Anubis guys without having to you know, press any switches and cause anything to be on fire or anything like that. Helps with that. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about doing that. Opening this door though? I don't remember. Oh, what? Can you play the Song of Time here? You know, I'm realizing that you might have to kill the Beamos. Why is there a Song of Time block here? I have no idea. That seems super strange to me. I didn't even know it was here. I'm just like realized Navi was like flying there. I don't know why. Just a place to jump on. This seems super bizarre to me. Oh well. So we got somewhat of an interesting room. We got this like sun panel, but we don't have a mirror to do anything with it. And we've got this switch, but if you can tell, all of these guys are actually Armos. So the trick here is actually to activate that guy. He'll walk towards us, pressing that switch for us. Then we can quickly just open the door to get through. There's actually 2 chests in this room as well. You can tell on the map. There we go. Here's one of them. Gives us a nice little recovery heart. That's pretty nice. And the next one gives us another recovery heart. That's not so bad. Alright. So this room mirrors the other room. And as you can see, there's another one of these iron knuckles in here. But this time, we got ourselves a nice, delicious Bigoron sword. So let's see how fast we can take this guy out now. Remember to keep using Jump Slash in order to do 8 damage. The most amount of damage you could possibly do. Its armor is already off, and it's already dead. Bigoron sword is awesome. Yeah, the hardest enemy in the game, not too difficult with the Bigoron sword. If you ever need some more hearts, I believe you can crush these things with your bombs, and they destroy 3 hearts at a, or they give you 3 hearts at a time. No, okay, I was wrong. You cannot blow these up with bombs. I wonder if you can blow them up with your Megaton hammer. That'd be kind of cool. Nope, only the Iron Knuckle can break those, and those will always give you like 3 or 4 hearts, I believe. Probably 3. All right, here we go. So this is the other item. They were smart enough to not put this on the field. Otherwise, you'd probably just be able to use your long shot from the other side. So it's a good thing they didn't put that there. But here we have a 4th big chest in this dungeon. It's really interesting. It's the only one to have done that. And here we get the true dungeon item, the Mirror Shield. So, the Mirror Shield serves as an upgrade, of course, to the Hylian Shield. It's got this really cool symbol on it and everything, which, of course, would be different. Would be using the other Gerudo symbol if this is a later version of the game. I really like the Mirror Shield. It definitely looks super cool with our red tunic. I think it's super cool. Honestly, the Pegasus, I always call it the Pegasus boots, but the hover boots would look just as cool with this ensemble as well. But interesting to note, if you're fighting things like Octoroks or Deku scrubs, the Mirror Shield cannot actually reflect those projectiles, which is kind of weird. Also, a good thing to note is that, of course, if you're using the Bigoron sword, you can't actually use the shield to reflect any light, which is what the Mirror Shield is used for, reflecting light. You can see where you're reflecting, obviously, with the symbol of the shield, and there you go. So that's I love upgrades to Link that are just part of his like moveset. Like, using the Mirror Shield feels super intuitive. There's not really any reason to go back to the Hylian Shield after as well, so it's just pretty fun. Alright, cool, we got the small key. Oops, I accidentally turned off the map. Now that we have the small key, we can keep on heading through the dungeon, and we also got the dungeon item, which is pretty great. So this is the next place to go. This dungeon isn't particularly long, especially since, like, at least a good, I would say, third of it is in the child thing anyways. So we're nearing the end, where you have all the items as well. No particular reason to destroy these guys, just kind of felt like it. Like I demonstrated before, you can totally just use your long shot on these bricks. I don't know why they're counted as, like, a wooden thing. You're meant to like go through this obstacle course where it's like all like switching and stuff like that. It's actually kind of a cool little thing, but you can literally just get yourself to the top like that, no questions asked. You turn around, actually there is a little bit of a secret, not much of a secret, just a couple extra hearts in case you needed it. I don't, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going through. We got this location. Still using the song of, or Zelda's Lullaby here, which is pretty cool. I don't know why they don't... I don't know, it seems kind of weird to just put this here. Like, is it really a puzzle to just kind of come up these stairs, see the Triforce, and then play the song? Maybe maybe a kid forgot or something, I don't know. Cool to use the Megaton hammer to flip all these guys. Then you don't even have to worry about stunning them or them crawling around hurting you. Even touching them at this point won't hurt you, which is fun. I've always kind of hated in video games when an enemy touches you and they're not actually doing an attack, that it kills you. It just seems kind of silly in my opinion. Man, this whole, like, I love this whole Megaton hammer room. It's pretty nice. So yeah, breaking these doors down, eventually you find that one switch that you'll need to hit. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, maybe it makes more sense to go here first. Oh, never mind. It doesn't make sense. Come on. Alright, it makes this ice block? Isn't it an ice block? Is there... it's not made of ice, since we're not slipping on it. Must be made of glass or something. But there we go. And that's how you get the big key. So that's pretty easy. All we gotta do now is actually find out where the boss is. It's on the 3rd floor apparently, and apparently there's only 4 more rooms in the entire dungeon that we haven't even accessed. And 1 more chest, so we're almost done here. This is a pretty good final dungeon, I would say, as well. This or the Shadow Temple would make some pretty good final dungeons. I'm kind of happy that the Water Temple... Whoa. Those things kind of just rose a lot. Alright, cool. So we have this switch here. We can't get to it, though, because there's no light in this room. We need, like, a powerful form of light, I guess. I don't know. We got this... This is kind of cool. You hit it through the bars. But the other one in the Water Temple, I was just saying, like, I'm happy the Water Temple isn't the last dungeon. I don't know, I think it just kind of seems silly to have the last dungeon be, like, super hard like that. Or not even hard, just, like, super tedious. This is much more, I think this is a much more fair compromise. Alright, cool. So go ahead and flash. Ooh, gotta be a little farther. We got a bad treasure chest here. It's the last one in the dungeon, though. Might as well open it. Bombs? Ooh, probably have to use bombs or something then. A white bubble, eh? Aim for when it stops. I mean, they don't even really aim towards you, so they're not really even that bad. Alright, let's go ahead and grab our bombs. And I can already tell that we're gonna have to push this towards this way so we can get the light from the other room back to the main room. There we go. Another Lizal foes, nothing that a couple sword slashes won't do. Man, imagine having the Viggoron sword in that Lizal foes fight. We would have defeated those guys in like 2 seconds. There we go. So now that other room, the main room, has light in it. So all we gotta do is get to that room, and the dungeon will be completely finished. So this is pretty cool. I've always loved this. So you go down here, back into the main room that we were in, and I don't know how this makes any particular sense, but always thought that was so cool. Now the face is just gone forever, presumably. Man, to think that like someone designed this puzzle for us to go through it like this. It's interesting. Go ahead and long shot to this grate. The grate moves away, and kablam! That's the end of the dungeon. Now this cutscene should be very familiar for anybody who stayed on the title screen for more than a minute.
Ho ho ho! Looks like someone is...
Oh my god. Let me try that again.
Ho ho ho! Looks like someone is here, Cone. Hee hee hee! Looks like it is, Kotake. What an outrageous fellow he is to intrude so boldly into our temple. Ho ho ho! Oh, we should teach this outrageous fellow a lesson. Hee hee hee! Oh, loyal minion. Destroy this intruder on our behalf.
Oh, I guess it did have its axe. That's kind of funny. So we got this iron knuckle to deal with. Not going to be too hard. It's going to be the same as the other ones we've had to deal with. Go ahead and use your jump slashes here. Pretty easy boss for this dungeon. Kind of glad that they went with this instead of something too tedious. There we go. Just... Oh, its armor is coming off. Oh no! Maybe we shouldn't have gone so hard on it. It's Naboru.
Where am I? Well, well, looks like she's back to normal, Comb. She's just a little girl, but she commands a lot of respect among the Garuda Kotake. Maybe we should make her work for the great Ganondorf for a little while longer. Then we should brainwash her again.
Oh my god, where did she go? Well, they want to use her again, so hopefully not dead. But as you can imagine, that was not the boss for this location. That's kind of cool. I like a little fake boss. But actually, we have our boss in this arena. A much more interesting one.
Look at that stupid kid. He came on his own to offer himself as a sacrifice to the great Ganondorf. With my flame, I will burn him to the bone. With my frost, I will freeze him to his soul.
So these are the Sorceress Sisters Twin Rova. Maybe their last name is Twin Rova or something? Oh wow. So apparently these are Garuda witches. Presumably. I don't know if that's 100% true, but I guess that means they're Gerudos. And I'm not entirely sure if Gerudos are humans. Apparently, maybe they're not, but they do breed with humans, so I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, why am I in the pause menu? Well, I wanted to show you really quickly that using the fire and ice arrows here don't do anything. If you try to shoot the ice one with the fire arrows and vice versa, nothing's gonna happen. So, what I mean that the fire and ice arrows are like actually useless, I mean it like they're actually useless. So what are you supposed to do here? Well, you can actually store the energy of the beam that's being shot towards you with your mirror shield. It's kind of hard to do that a little bit, but basically you want one of them to shoot you with fire ice, and then you point at the other witch with whatever element you're using, and that's pretty much all you got to do here. It's all with the mirror shield. I would say it's a lot easier to aim if you're not locked onto anybody, which is why I would highly recommend you use hold instead of switch here, so you can actually choose what you're doing. I find this section of the fight to be a little boring or annoying, just because the witches don't really position themselves well for you to do this. I guess you could argue that they shouldn't be doing that at all, but I mean, it's a video game. Video games are supposed to let you do these things, you know? Maybe it'd help if I position myself, like, at the edge. Yeah, if you're too far away, too, I think the beam loses its potency. I don't know. Maybe that's all selection bias or something like that. Oh, alright, that just straight up hit me. Yeah, not a fan. I don't know, maybe I can try alt-targeting them. Maybe that would help. But I feel like if I do that, like, she just goes behind me. I don't know. Never been a big fan of this boss fight. I've always thought it kind of slow. It never really want to work with me. There we go. That works better. But I do like the fire and ice thing, and it seems like the fire and ice arrows could have been used for this boss fight, or this temple rather. Not entirely sure. To be a fly and see like the developmental stuff of this game, to see like why certain things were in the game or not in the game. Maybe they were planning on using fire and ice arrows in this dungeon at one point, but then they couldn't implement it correctly, and they had to save it for like a sequel or something like that. I don't know. It's super interesting though. Alright, so now I think when you hit one of them like 2 or 3 times...
Let's get serious now, Kotake. Okay, Kum. Kotake and Kum's double dynamite attack.
So you get this bombshell. I guess this is actually Twin Rova. So here you want to store the power of whatever element. You want to store 3 of them. Once you store 3 of them, you can actually use that energy on Twin Rova herself. But if she uses ice on you when you're supposed to do fire, then it's gonna cancel each other out. Come on. There we go. I was trying to do some jump slashes, but there isn't a lot of room there, so you gotta be careful. I don't know how them transform... Oh, yeah, so... There's the Bigoron sword biting me in the butt. Tried to use my shield, but because I had the Bigoron sword, it didn't quite work out. When Kotake and Kun came out of the ground, the first part of the boss fight, you'll notice in their, I don't know, I guess you can call it like... What is he called? Magic circles? The fire one has the fire medallion on it, and the ice one has the water medallion on it. Which is interesting, because the fire medallion... Oh, I guess I'll talk about this after.
Shoot! What a fresh kid! This time we'll get serious, right, Kotake? What? Hey, Kom, what is it above your head? I don't know, but you have one over your head too, Kotake. But I'm only 400 years old, and I'm only just 380 years old. We're twins, don't lie about your age. You must have just gone senile. Who are you calling senile? Is that how you treat your older sister? We're twins, how could you be older? Yeah, how heartless you are. How could you be so ungrateful? You're heartless. You're ungrateful. I'll come back to haunt you.
Alright, so just to finish my thought, a lot of people think that the original idea for the Force Temple was supposed to be a wind level, and a lot of people originally thought that the Water Temple was supposed to be an ice level. That has something to do with some internal stuff in the games file, but also has something to do with just like the medallions themselves. The water medallion having like a snowflake on it, and the forest medallion having like a wind symbol on it. Just some other stuff later in the game that I'll show you, like just to kind of reinforce that. But we also have full 20 hearts now, which is pretty nice. Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get our last medallion from Naboru. The Chamber of the Sages. Kid, let me thank you. Look what the little kid has become in the past 7 years. A competent swordsman. By the way, I really messed up. I was brainwashed by those old witches and used by Ganondorf to do his evil will. But isn't it funny that a person like me could turn out to be the Sage of Spirit? And now I'm going to be
I'm going to fight them as one of the 6 sages. I'm going to pay them back for what they did to me. Kid, no, Jokerspice, the hero of time. Instead of keeping the promise I made back then, I give you this medallion. Take it.
You receive the Spirit Medallion. Noboru awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. If only I knew you would become such a handsome man. I should have kept the promise I made back then.
Jokerspice, the hero. Finally, all of us, the 6 sages, have been awakened. The time for the final showdown with the evil king has come. Before that, though, you should meet the one who is waiting for you. The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time.
Alright, we finished that temple, which is pretty awesome. Now that we're not in the Spirit Temple, I'm gonna go back. Oops. I'm gonna go back to the Master, or sorry, the Hylian Shield, and I'm gonna go back with green. Red and blue has their time to shine. We did 2 temples with each of them, and now it's back to being green. It only makes sense that the final temple is the one where we are using our regular tunic. You know, otherwise it'd feel weird. I just wanted to show you that with the silver gauntlets, you can now lift these stones, and we can go inside. Not that that is any particularly useful for us, because we already got everything in the game. But, like, I don't know. There's a couple extra goodies and skulltulas and stuff in case you want to get all that stuff. There's one location I'd like to go to before we end the temple today, or end the episode today. We're going to the Forest Temple, just really close by there. One last piece of interesting information that I'd like to give you guys. Oh, actually, I just realized we need to be a child for this. But you know what? I know what it is by heart, so I figure I might as well just tell you and where that information is. You know what? I kind of feel like using the ice arrows here. Cool. I don't know. Anytime I can use the ice arrows in this game is kind of fun. Does it? I think it does count as damage. I don't know. Oh, whatever. So, over here, I wanted to show you that there's a Sheikah stone here. Well, there's one here and there's one over there. I'm not entirely sure which one it is, but one of them tells you that the owl that appears as a tutorial at the beginning of the game, Gabora Kapora, or Kapora Gabora, I don't know what order it is. Apparently, he is the Sage of Light, or rather a reincarnation of that person. So Roru and Kapora Gabora are basically one and the same, which is interesting. It definitely adds a new level of something to both of their characters. It always seemed kind of random, like who the heck is Roru, right? And it feels kind of nice to see that someone who's been kind of trying to take care of us and stuff, it makes sense for them to be following us and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool. Another interesting thing is, I guess other than Darunia and Roru, I mean Roru barely counts, all the other sages are women, which I always thought was weirdly, I don't know, it's weird to say progressive, because it's not like they do anything in the game other than just give you a coin. But then again, only Darunia only gives you a coin either. Most of the stuff, most of the action in the game is just done by Link, which is, I guess it's a good thing. But anyways, I am going to cut this episode right here. And the next time you see me, we're going to be in the Gerudo Training Ground, because I don't feel like ending this episode quite yet. I realized that it'd probably be weird pacing if if we didn't do the Gerudo training ground right now. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'll meet you in front of there. Hey everybody, I am back. I'm gonna go back in here, and we are gonna try to see if we can grab the rest of the stuff that's in here, so I can just show you, just because I like showing everything. I think it's fun. But there are a couple things I'm probably not gonna show, because I don't think it's necessary, like, at all. One of those things is I guess, like, I don't know. I feel like it's not really necessary, and it doesn't really fit anywhere into the plot. But if you go back to Lon Lon Ranch, you can race. You can do a race in the same track that you did with Ingo against. I think it's just a time attack race. If you were like, it's supposed to be Malon who set the record. I think we had actually read something with Ashika Stone about that Malon set the record at Lon Lon Ranch, but the prize for that is a cow in your house. We never even go to our house in the first place, so it just doesn't seem like a worthwhile prize. Anyway, so this is where this leads to. This room that's just filled with likes. So there's that. And then the other thing I'm probably not gonna do, near the tent in Gerudo Valley, there's a guy. It's actually the same guy that we gave the bunny hood to. If you oh, okay, well, there's a huge rupee there. But what I'm trying to say, if you can race that guy to the entrance of the Lost Woods. However, he'll always be at least 1 second faster than you. So I don't really see any point to showing off a race you can't win. There we go. I knew there was something in here. So that's how you get one of these other keys. And there's one more key that you can get. Just one more. Let's see if we can actually find out how to get it. But yeah, I won't show those things. I don't think they're necessary to show a 100% playthrough of this game. There's actually only one item left in the entire game to get. And we can't get that until we get to the last dungeon in the game. It's hard. It's more like a victory lap than a dungeon, but yeah. Alright, let's see. Right now, we are on top of the treasure chest that contained the ice arrows. In order to enter this room with the treasure chest, we must... Hold on, let me just grab my lens of truth here. In order to enter this room, we have to go through this hole in the ground. This hole in the ground should be in a room that is across this... It should be in whatever that room is. Oh, well, we'll see. Yeah, but this is probably the last thing I'm gonna do before I just finish the game, basically. Which I guess makes this a little bit of a long episode, but I think if you're with me at this point of the game, you're with me for the rest of the game, so I don't have to worry about that. All right, let's go ahead and pull out the Song of Time here to bring up the Block of Time. I think Link's gauntlets look pretty cool. It's too bad you get them so late in the game, but I guess they wouldn't be so late in the game if you decided to do the Spirit Temple before doing the Shadow Temple. Regardless, both those temples are super easy to do, so... Hey, but I just realized both the blocks showed up this time. So strange. Alright, so we can open this door now. This is the only door we can't open right now. Well, that's the door. I'm gonna see if I can go back to the entrance and do it one more time. Because, okay, so from what I understand, it's in the room over there. which sounds like the entrance, so I'm gonna head there. If we can't get that last key, whatever, I showed you how to get the ice arrows without the key, so I don't think it's like the most important thing, but it would be nice just to show you, just in case you actually messed up or something like that. Alright, so we're here. It should, is it not like straight up in this room maybe? Maybe it's just in this room. Because that's the door. So, okay, actually, I think it's maybe not this room, but the next room. Oh, there it is. Ah, oh, there it is. It was right next to the entrance this whole time. But there you go. That's how you get the last 9th key. And then, I mean, again, not much of a purpose here, but in case you want to open all the doors, this is how you do it. And if for some reason you start opening the doors from that side, that's how you get the last key in order to actually get through the whole thing. But that's it. That's pretty much all the secrets in this game I wanted to show you, like, at all. So the next time we return to Ocarina of Time, we will be doing the last dungeon. Are you guys excited? I am. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next episode. If you liked everything so far, please leave a like, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.